Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Hey You Positive One. Today, let's talk about something we all seek, but few truly understand: happiness. What if I told you that happiness isn't something you find, it's something you choose? That no matter where you are in life, even in heartbreak, in failure, in loss, you can still choose joy, strength, and peace. Sounds unrealistic? Let's dive deeper. Happiness is a choice. This phrase might sound simple, even cliché, but behind it lies one of the most empowering truths about the human experience. You see, we often believe happiness is out there, waiting for us in some future moment. When we get the job, when we find the right partner, when life finally calms down. But what if happiness isn't a destination? It's a decision. A decision we can make regardless of what's going on around us. Psychologist William James, the father of American psychology, once said, "The greatest discovery of any generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitude of mind." In other words, happiness doesn't begin when life gets easier. It begins when you change the way you see life. To understand the power of choice, look at Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and renowned psychiatrist. In the darkest place on earth, Auschwitz, Frankl discovered something extraordinary. Even when stripped of everything, his freedom, his family, his dignity, he still had one power: the power to choose his attitude. He wrote in Man's Search for Meaning, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." That's the foundation of this truth. Even when we can't control our suffering, we can control our response. And in that lies our freedom. Research backs this up. According to the happiness pie theory by psychologist Sonia Lyabomirsky, 50% of our happiness is based on genetics, 10% on life circumstances, and a whopping 40% is determined by intentional activities, what we choose to focus on and do every day. This means nearly half of your happiness is in your hands. You can't control your genes. You can't always control life's chaos. But you can choose your mindset. You can choose to practice gratitude, compassion, forgiveness. And those choices, repeated daily, rewire your brain and elevate your emotional baseline. But how can I be happy when I'm suffering? It's a valid question. Because choosing happiness doesn't mean denying pain. It means refusing to let pain steal your power. It means saying, "I may be hurting, but I will not lose hope. I may be struggling, but I will find strength in the small things." You don't need everything to be perfect to feel peace. You just need the courage to find meaning, even in the mess. Remember, healing doesn't mean the damage never existed. It means the damage no longer controls you. You can be broken and brave at the same time. Gratitude is one of the simplest, yet most powerful, choices you can make for happiness. Multiple studies show that people who practice daily gratitude sleep better, feel more optimistic, and experience fewer depressive symptoms. Why? Because gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's already enough. Instead of asking, "Why me?" start asking, "What is this teaching me?" Every sunset you notice, every friend who listens, every moment of breath, it all counts. And the more you notice, the happier you become. Oprah Winfrey once said, "Be thankful for what you have, you'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough." Dalai Lama reminds us, happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. These are not just quotes. They're life truths spoken by people who've lived through enormous challenges and still chose the light. When you smile, even if you fake it, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals. When you move your body, laugh, connect with someone, or meditate, you're not just passing time, you're building happiness pathways in your brain. Neuroscience shows us that the brain is plastic. It rewires based on repetition. So the more often you choose joy, kindness, or gratitude, the easier it becomes. You're not just thinking happy, you're becoming happy. One of the most successful therapy models today, cognitive behavioral therapy, is based on one belief: your thoughts shape your feelings. Change your thoughts, and you change your emotions. You can learn to challenge negative beliefs like, "I'm worthless," or "I'll never get better," and replace them with truth: I'm growing. I'm doing my best. I matter. Thousands of lives have changed because people chose to rewrite the story in their mind. And so can you. Here's a powerful truth. Happiness is not the absence of problems. It's the ability to deal with them. It's being content without being complacent. It's feeling your pain without letting it paralyze you. Psychologists call this psychological flexibility, being able to adapt and thrive even when life isn't going your way. It's not about being cheerful all the time. It's about being anchored, even in the storm. One happiness killer: comparison. Social media convinces us everyone else is happy, rich, and perfect. But it's a lie. You're comparing your real life to their highlight reel. This creates what scientists call relative deprivation, feeling bad just because someone seems to have more. But happiness isn't found in competing. It's found in authenticity. Run your race. Live your truth. That's where real peace lives. People with a strong sense of purpose, whether through work, art, family, or faith, are consistently happier. This is what psychologist Martin Seligman calls eudaimonic happiness, joy that comes from living meaningfully. Even in pain, when you know your why, you'll find your how. Help someone. Create something. Stand for something. The moment you realize you're here for more than just surviving is the moment you start thriving. From Nelson Mandela to Malala Yousafzai, the world is full of people who turned pain into power. They weren't born happy. They chose happiness, through forgiveness, through resilience, through purpose. Your story may be different, but your power is the same. No matter where you are in life, you can choose to rise. So today, right now, make a decision. Not to ignore your pain, but to rise above it. Not to wait for life to be perfect, but to find joy in its imperfection. Because happiness isn't a gift given to the lucky. It's a muscle built by the determined. It's not a destination. It's a way of traveling. So choose hope. Choose meaning. Choose love. Choose happiness. Every single day.